We have with us the Patina wallet from Switzerland. And it comes in either titanium or copper. This is a very clever piece of packaging here. Obviously use this to push. So we push up and, ooh, voila, looky there. Clever. Let's see how that works. All right, let's look at what we have here. It's got my name on it. It's a Kickstarter campaign, and I ordered one. As mentioned, this is copper. Let's see what we have in here. Looks like instructions. Okay. The bills and instructions on the cards. Well, we're going to do that for you, so we don't need that, but it's a great reference. This is one piece of metal, as you can kind of see how it wraps around. Sounds like metal. Feels like brass. And there's a lot going on in here that we'll talk about. As we know, brass patinas beautifully over time. So we'll show you one of these that is actually patinaed for over a year so you can get a feel for it. And that's why it has its name, Patina. This wallet has two primary features and functions to it. The first are cards, and cards go in here in between this curl in the front, and you can notice how this pushes down, and that happens as you insert cards, which we'll see when we actually do the test. You get cards out by using this thumb push, so it's ambidextrous. You can use either way. Push cards out, find the one you want, slide them back in here. Now if we turn this over, we see where we have access to cash. Cash slides in here, accessed by just merely pushing down and pushing the card in, and it curls around this little curl here. It comes up and around and rests in here, and that's how you're able to pull and gain access to it. And that's a quick review of the features of the Patina brass wallet. The Patina wallet is available on Kickstarter right now, and they eventually will of course transition to their website. So let's continue. Measures 3.3 by 2.5 by 0.6. And the titanium one, which we'll also show you, it weighs 46 grams or 1.6 ounces. Eight cards is likely the maximum I really think is in this, as well as I put 7 slips of cash. That I think is the maximum as well. So minimalist cards, 4, reasonable, 6. The company makes no recommendation, but as I mentioned, 8 cards, and through my testing, that appears to be about the maximum we have here. From a quality perspective, this is designed and made in Switzerland. Great place. Another wonderful European wallet for us to look at. It's recyclable. This is the titanium and recyclable brass. This brass one right here. A single piece of metal to reduce waste. It's all handmade using manually operated machines, as you can see here. So whether it's stamping or bending or grinding or polishing, this is not a mass production process. They take their time and put it together with love. One thing to point out on the pocket insertion is that this wallet is not made for a back pocket. That is no-no. But going in the front pocket, of course, that works just perfectly. Pricing on these, the brass one is $88, the titanium $98. Now let me show you how the brass patinas over time. Here is the original brass one that we were looking at, and here is the one that is patinaed over a year's time. Just fantastic, and if you are a lover of patinaed brass, then this is going to be a great wallet for you. Card usage is easy enough with the tension on the interior metal loop. That's this right in here that I mentioned. So as you have cards that go in, and I will put one in from the bottom so you can see, it of course pushes and the card rests underneath the tension of this particular loop and is captured in this loop up here. While not super tight, let me put a couple more cards in here to show you, it does keep them from falling out reasonably well. Let's start actually with just the 2 in here. Let's do that. And let me show you that even with just 2 cards and that tension that's provided, the cards just don't come out very easily. And I'm putting a lot of force on this. So I don't believe this is really going to have a lot of concern for cards falling out unless you do something purposeful. And even if you drop it, it's likely not just kind of like what I just did. It's not going to hit at a point where they'll come flying out. I think this is just clever in how they have this tension that holds these cards together. Now, once they're in there, of course, you use this thumb push to get your cards out. You can bring them out, fan them slightly, be able to find the card you want, put them back in. And so it's a nice quick access thumb push. Now cash usage is a little different. If you push down on the crimp side, like this, you push down here, you can see how that opens up this crimp. Look through the background, you see that? Opens up that crimp. That's how you then, and the preferred method really is to put the open end of cash in, not the folded side. And you do have to fold it just once. It's nice, doesn't have to be in thirds or fourths. And you just put it in and it just slides around. So it slides around right behind this loop that holds the cards. If I push far enough, you'll see how it comes out, but that's the intent, is that you push it in enough to where it doesn't interfere, but it has just enough of the cash that you have access to pull it out and utilize it. Now there are two ways to do this. You can of course have all your cash in a single stack, in a bundle, and you can put them all in at once like this. And what that does is it provides the method of, it's all together and nothing's going to fall out on its own. But in order to get your cash, you've got to pull the whole thing out, grab your cash, thumb through it, and then go through and put it all back in. A secondary method that has also been expressed by the creators is that you have cash that's all folded once and upon itself, and then you have a stack just like this. So all the cash is stacked in its own currency type. At that point, you just slide it in, and when you want to get to cash, all you need to do is pull it out, find the denomination that you're looking for, and you can just pull it out without too much effort in affecting the other slips of cash that might be in there. Two methods. And another fun thing is that you can just let it sit there and it will function on its own on a table. Now this wallet was inspired by a small cigarette case that Tim and Pascal, the two owners, and Tim was using this as a wallet, and it gave them the idea for this patina wallet, and that's how it was developed. The beautiful patina that develops from the long-term usage both on the brass as well as this titanium is kind of what inspired its name, patina. So let's get on to the final score. For quality of 5, price of 2, features of 3, usability of 3, the cache is a little fiddly, but I still think it works good, and perception of 4. And that gives us a final score of 36 out of 50. Thanks for joining us. The patina wallet, really clever. Go to the Kickstarter campaign, take a look at it, see if it's for you. We'll see you in the next review. Bye.